Hey guys, apologies for not being prompt. I had to help my wife out with the dog, so apologies. But I'm here now. Let me know if you guys could hear me or not hear me, so I could make any necessary adjustments on my side. So what up, Eric? Hello. D-Mac, what's going on? So those are previous comments. I don't know if you could hear me now. I don't know if there's our new comments in there. So hang on, let me just get some stuff calibrated here on my end while I wait for you guys to tell me if you can hear me or not. I just want to bring up the chat on my computer here. Creative Studio. So loud and clear. All right, awesome, D-Mac. Thank you for letting me know that. Appreciate it. Let me just bring up the chat here, and then we're gonna get into a quick conversation and then wrap it up. So hang on. Sorry, just trying to bring this up. Hey, Randy. Just trying to bring it up here so I can look at you guys there as opposed to looking over there. All right, awesome. Okay, so now I have it up here. Yeah, so I just wanted to get on live here before, I guess, the new year. So I haven't spoken to you guys since the last live chat that I had. So I just wanted to get on here really quick and not only thank all you guys for all of 2017, for all your support in 2017, but I just want to thank you guys for, commenting, liking these videos, sharing these videos. I think in 2017, I really made a conscious effort to basically put in and do some, actually produce some videos. So I think prior to that, I was being a lot, I think, selfish in a sense that I still had that mindset of why I started this channel, which was basically for me, basically documenting my journey. But I think 2017, I really made a considered effort to put in some time to produce videos, not only for me, but also for the community. So I really, really appreciate all you guys, constantly providing great feedback on the channel. Hey, what up, Ike? I'll talk about something. If you're around, Ike, I didn't know you were gonna be on, but if you're around, maybe you could jump on here in a minute and we could talk about that announcement that we want to talk about, which I already announced, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. But just continuing on here, yeah, just really want to thank you guys for all the comments. Believe it or not, there really isn't a lot of negative comments on this channel, which is great. I mean, I don't have to deal with that negative energy, so that's pretty awesome. There's a lot of positive energy on this channel, which I really, 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 really appreciate. So like I said, with all that effort that not only I put in, but also Wayne, we put in a lot of effort. And I was looking at it, I was like, how much videos did we actually produce in 2017? And I was actually looking at it and I'm like, the number was like at 66 videos is what we produced in 2017. And I think 2018 is looking to probably exceed that, or I don't know, but it's looking like it's gonna be above that. So yeah, I mean, producing these videos, it's a lot of work that goes into it, but I get a lot of when it's done, when we finish with it, I feel really good about the project that we put out. So yeah, so again, thank you guys for all the support. So I just wanted to give you guys also a preview of what's going to be coming in January, because I've been doing a lot of work already in December. I've been working, during the holidays and, even today, working on trying to book talent for January. So I just wanted to give you guys a preview of what's coming on in January. So in January, what I decided to do was, as you guys know, I started that show, that live show called Talking Business. And I think a lot of you guys got a lot of great feedback from that, at least from what I saw in the chat and also in the comments. I think you guys got a lot of feedback from that when Ike was on and John was on, and they talked about their business. You guys got a lot of information from that, and I think you really enjoyed that. So I wanted to, although that show was supposed to be just for the month of December, I wanted to continue that effort and continue the conversation with talking with other creatives out there that's running their business full time, and come back to you guys and give you information on how they're running their business, because I want this channel not only to basically give you guys great information in regards to photo shoots, behind the scenes posts, and all that good stuff that you guys are familiar with on the channel, but I want to also provide some business as well, so that you guys, if you are at that position where you're trying to make the leap into running your own business, starting your own business, I want you to be able to have not only the skill set as far as the photography skill set, but I also want you to have the business aspect of it as well, so that you could be a well-rounded professional, So that being said, let me give you guys some insight into what's coming in January. So in January, I have a couple of shows already booked. So I decided to do it on Tuesday. So Monday, we have like the Monday critique, which is normal. By the way, the Monday critique is going to be back on in full swing on Monday, January 8th. And on Monday, January 8th, I have a master photographer coming on, and he's going to be helping me out with two images that we're going to be critiquing. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't want to butcher his last name, but his first name is George. He's based out in LA. He has years of experience in photography, and when I say master, I mean he has the title of master, master photographer. So I'm sure he's going to be schooling me, and I'm hoping that that he's going to give you guys a lot of information, because I mean, I'm excited, and I just want to sit back and watch and listen. I just have to take in all the information that he has to say. So that's going to be very exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that show. Then on Tuesday, actually I'm going to back up a little bit here. On January 2nd, which is the day immediately after New Year's, on January 2nd, I'm going to be having our very first Talking Business show. And this show is going to be focused primarily around how you could, for event photographers, like how you can make money as an event photographer. So I have a guest on, his name is Ken Branson, and he's going to be talking all about his business and how he run his events. Now, one of the things that interests me a lot with Ken, he's local here in North Carolina, so I know him really well. And when I first met Ken, I never met anybody else in the photography business. Personally, I haven't met anyone else in the photography business that was actually doing what he's doing. Not that no one else is doing it. I just personally haven't met anyone that was doing it. What he basically does is, like when you go to weddings and you have the photo booths, either you set it up personally, you get a contract with your client and you set it up personally, or you get like one of those electronic, not electronic, but the automated one where they would just go into the photo booth and then they, the photo booth would automatically take their pictures. So what he does is basically, he set up his photo station and he actually does it himself. So there's no automated anything to it. And he's going to tell you guys all about how he does that, how he makes money, how he attract clients and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that, because I think for that business, it's so, it's so lucrative, and there's not, well, there's a lot of work to it, but as far as post-production is concerned, there's not much work to it. And I think that's one of the things that's so appealing about it. So I'm really looking forward to speaking to Ken and getting all that information about that. And hopefully if that's something that you guys are looking to take advantage of, maybe you could take advantage of it when he gives you all that information. And then on January 8th, I'm sorry, so January 8th is the Monday critique. On January 9th, we're going to have the Talking Business. And on Talking Business, we're going to have Antoine Jones on. And Antoine Jones is going to be talking about all about marketing. He's a photographer. He was based out in Fayetteville in North Carolina, and now he's in Atlanta. And I think he just won an award for the best photographer in Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to speaking to him. Antoine Jones is like a dude that basically does like, when you're thinking about a guy that does everything, this guy really does everything. But he's really great at marketing, so I wanted to talk to him about his how he does his marketing. So I'm really looking forward to that, because yeah, that would be an awesome thing for everyone to, you know, get an understanding of how you would approach marketing. So that would be a great conversation. The following week, which is Martin Luther King holiday, which is the 15th and the 16th, that week I'm going to be off. Actually, I'm going to be in New York that week, so we're not going to have anything going on there. And then the following week, which is the 23rd and the 22nd. So Monday the 22nd is going to be the Monday critique again. I don't have a guest lined up for that yet, but if anyone wants to step up to the plate, you know, please share the information with them or let them know that there's a vacancy the 22nd for the Monday critique. But on the 23rd, for Talking Business, we have Jeff, who's a local photographer here in North Carolina. And Jeff is going to be on and talking about how to acquire wedding clients, how to acquire wedding clients. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation, because I guess there's multiple strategies that you could apply with respect to that. So I'm really looking forward to chatting up with Jeff and, you know, letting him give you all that information. And then on the 29th, Monday the 29th, we're going to have Bryce Chapman on with us for the Monday critique. Now, I am looking for, on the 29th, I am looking for one more submission of a fine art nude image for the Monday critique. I haven't received one yet, but I'm really looking for someone to submit it, because Bryce specialty, at least from a lot of stuff that he puts out, he is a great photographer with respect to capturing fine art nude. And, you know, I would really want him to come on to talk about, you know, those specific areas. Now, if I don't get an additional image, I'm going to try to craft, you know, change up the show a little bit so that it could be catered to that topic specifically. And then lastly, on the 30th, we're going to have Chad Pennington. He's going to be on, and Chad is going to be talking about album sales. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's January, guys. I mean, we have a full, and that doesn't even cover the videos that, you know, the photo shoots, because we already have like 3 photo shoots already in the can, already sliced up, already even have one already uploaded to the YouTube channel, but I just haven't released it yet because we need to release another video before that. So we have so we already did we have a lot of stuff lined up already for January, so I'm really looking forward to January. So, and I hope you guys are gonna be excited as I am for January. And then in February, which is the joint, which is with Yes, for me. I finally got in touch with him. I got in touch with him over the weekend. I think it was like at 9 o'clock in the night or something, and we chatted up and we finally made it happen. Hey, what up, Rico? Thank you. Happy New Year to you too as well. So yeah, so that's January, guys, and then in February, in February, I haven't looked that far ahead yet in February, but basically, I'm just gonna try to rinse and repeat basically the same thing. You know, try to line up some new talents for the Monday Critique show and also for the Talking Business show, and try to target different topics that we could chat about. If you guys have any guests that you think would be great for any one of those two shows, you know, please recommend it to them. Tag me in it, you know, wherever you put this stuff, tag them and let them know about the show so that they could come on and talk about it. But that's for the Talking Business and also the Monday Critique. So in February, we're gonna be at WPPI. So Ike, if you want to jump, I don't know if you're nearby your computer or anything, if you could jump on Skype, just let me know, and then I could just bring you in on this live chat and we could have this conversation. But just let me know, put it in the chat. But in February, myself and Ike is having we're gonna be at WPPI, and the dog just came in. Hey, you gotta go. You're making too much noise. So yeah, in February, we're gonna be at WPPI. It's gonna be okay. You want to call me on Skype, and then I'll connect you in to the live chat. Actually, I could call you now because I think I got this new setup. Let me see. Let me call you. Hang on. Let me try this first. Let me call you. Hang on. I got a new toy, and I'm hoping that it works. Where are you? Oh, it's sorted in alphabetical order. Isaiah, there you are. Oh, you're not online yet. You need to get online in order for me to call you. Ah, you're calling. Hey. Might want to turn your audio down. All right, hang on. Let me get you set up here so I can. It is better. Hang on. Let me get you set up. Me and gas. Oh, what happened to my DSLR video? Sorry, guys. This is impromptu. But we'll make it happen. Hang on. Nah. Well, you don't want to get people hungry, huh? Mark II. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 second here. There we go. It's not the best, but it's gonna have to do. All right. All right. So here we are. I have Ike on with us. Ernesto, are you talking about Chad Winstead? No, I'm not talking about Chad Winstead. Chad Pennington. Pennington. Chad Pennington. But if there's a Chad Winstead out there, which I don't know who he is, if he's a photographer out there that's a full-time photographer, you know, let him know. I'm trying to chat him up. All right, but before we digress, so we have Ike on with us here, and I wanted to bring on Ike because I want to talk about the WPPI event, and well, let me say a little bit about it, and then I'll let Ike talk. Ike with the props. I need the props, man. So WPPI is the first time I'm gonna be there. I don't know. I'm gonna take you serious now, Ike, because you have that thing on your head. So it's gonna be my first time at WPPI, and Ike basically talked me into it. Actually, gave me a different twist and allowed me to think about it a little bit differently, which was good. I appreciate that insight. So now I'm gonna be at WPPI, and we were chatting offline about, you know, getting in touch with our subscribers, with you guys. So we're hoping that you guys are also going to be out there at WPPI, because we're going to be having a photo walk and we're also going to be having a photo shoot there. Ike is going to be bringing one of his amazing models along to basically do the photo walk and the photo shoot with us. So we're really looking forward to seeing you guys there. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff. I mean, we're going to be covering posing, lighting. We're going to talking about, you know, how to use your gear properly. We're going to be doing a lot. So we're really looking forward to seeing you guys there. Yeah, D-Mac, you did as well. You did push me in that direction. But yeah, I was really avoiding the crowds, but I gave me a different perspective and told me, you know, yeah. Is that the one that you shot her from? You were outside on a balcony or something? Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know who is that. That's the one you met in the gym. Yeah. Hang on one second, Ike. Hang on one second. D-Mac is saying no voice for Ike. Are you not hearing? Are you not hearing Ike? Hang on before you continue here, Mike. It might be me. Guys, oh, can't hear Ike. Okay, hang on one second, Ike. I think this might be my issue here. Hang on one second. I guess desktop audio. Cannot hear him. Okay, got it. Hang on. Let's see here. See, I could see. I wonder. Can you give me more details on this event? Never heard of it. Randy, I'll give you more details on it. 1 second. I just want to get this audio issue challenge with Ike here. I could hear him just fine, but you guys can't hear him. Let's see here. Filters, properties, default. Oh, I think I might have figured it out, guys. Give me 1 second. Speaker. Tap your microphone, Ike. Let me just see if there's any levels that comes through. Nope, I don't see the levels, so give me 1 second. But if you guys did hear that, just let me know. Speaker. Let me see if the Yeti does it. So now you should be able to hear him. Say something now, Ike.
Can you guys hear me?
Say yes or no in the comments, please. Let us know. I feel like a technical genius now.
Microphone check.
I think Randy's comment was premature at the moment. D-Mac, can you hear Ike?
We good now?
Yeah. So Rico is saying
Okay.
yes. Awesome. So sorry, go ahead. I think this is perfect timing for Randy.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was talking to. Oh, they didn't hear me.
No.
What I was saying was I was in talks with Rachel to see if I can get her to come out to model for the shootout. Depending on how many people like show up, we may need to get two. Like I might like pick out like two people.
Okay.
So that way, like everybody's not fighting over like one person to shoot. Like we can have like two models. So like it just depends on like the turnout
That makes sense.
that we get.
That makes sense. I was volunteering myself to DMAC, but he doesn't want me as a model, but it's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's busy.
So yeah. So like. Sorry, family.
It's okay. It's impromptu. That's what we do.
Right. Yeah.
Live.
So yeah, I was talking. I messaged Rachel. Not sure. You know, that's. She's like on a short list, and a few other people. Like there's a few other new people that I'm looking at that I might be able to either get them to come out there from here, from Washington State, or people who I've been following or been talking to online that live in California or in the Vegas area that can like travel. So that way the expense is not too high to get people there to model. As you guys know, I'm kind of particular about the models. So like I want, as me kind of volunteering to take charge of that aspect, I want to make sure that like you guys are happy with because you ever go to a shootout? I don't know if you guys know. You ever go to a shootout or participate in something? You're like, oh, the models are whack. Like this is great teaching and learning, but I'm like, I wish there was a better model to shoot. Or because I noticed that like about there's these guys doing this like boudoir shootout in a spot in Tacoma. And I was like, oh, that'd be dope. But I'm like, if I don't like any of the models, I'm not gonna take them. It'd be a waste of time. So I don't want it to be a waste of time or money for people. Like you want great education, but you also want to be able to make photos that you want to be proud of and be able to share, as opposed to like, oh yeah, I learned a lot, but I didn't take any photos.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I have I'm in charge of making sure I come correct with the models, and then also as far as the learning and stuff like that, I'm better at like more of a group style, like quick Q&A and then teaching on the spot. I'm not good at the whole like, all right guys, so we're gonna tell you about this, that, and the third. Like that's just more my speed. So I kind of convinced Ernesto to like, let's do a photo walk situation where we meet up, we take a model, we find a location, and we just talk about shooting, how we'd approach the situation, and then take questions and answer from there. And then just more of like a relaxed chill zone, but also be available to learn and teach, as opposed to shoot the entire time and just you guys watch us shoot. We let you guys shoot and answer any questions, because
Yeah,
I think
and I agree. I think that format would work as well for this type of photo walk / photo shoot. I think it will allow you guys to basically drop at us a lot of questions that you have. So, anything else to say, Ike? I just wanted to contribute something there while you were talking.
Oh no, I'm trying to make sure my light is right because I'm looking dark over there, like a silhouette. I just it's my first time doing something like this. Well, by myself, rather. Like, so my wife and I have done this, before plenty of times. We've done like hosted shootouts and meetups. My wife is really good. It's funny. So we talked about this, Ernesto, and I'm asking her, I'm like, yo, how much did you guys charge people because her and her friends do it, and they would charge me like $500 a person. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I know. We ain't there.
They're paying for that experience.
Yeah, no, but yeah. I was like, oh, y'all knock people away for $5, and it was her and 4 other photographers. So like, it was her, True, Spanky.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, her, True, Spanky, and True, Spanky, and Christina. So it was like 4 of them. And then they would like host a shootout, and it was probably a lot more photographers.
and more
that showed up.
models.
But yeah. So any questions that I have about, like, I'll just kind of use her as my, hey, and who knows, right? Because we may have other people show up at the event. We talked about Daryl hosting. He may just be around. Like, we may just, I'm full of surprises. Ernesto's a little more structured. I'm kind of all over the place, so you never know who I might.
Yeah, Ike is gonna hit us with a twist. So if you
Yeah, I
guys are
might.
not, if you guys are not there, you're not gonna see the twist. I know
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
was
yeah.
asking about the going live during the photo walk. Um, maybe Ike will give you guys some insight. I'm not as as impromptu as Ike with the going live on the spot. But we'll see.
Yeah, well, so here's the deal, right? The thing about me going live is if I go live, I can't focus on helping people if people like legit have questions. So I plan on like vlogging the whole trip. So like I'll be recording stuff to make an official video, but as far as going live, it's hard for me to go live and pay attention to when I'm on duty. Like I'm on duty to help and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's my problem when I'm doing a photo shoot. Like I can't disconnect my mind from the photo shoot and then doing the live thing. So I'm always impressed when you come on and you basically be doing this all by yourself and you be doing live and shooting. I'm like, man, he got it.
yeah, well, it drags it on. Like it my like when I go live, the shoot probably would have been over an hour ago if I wasn't live. But with that being said, if I do, I'll have somebody else control the
live.
The live. Like, here, you just record me while, or like I might have the model or something, like just kind of, because I do want to kind of, show the experience what it's like, and then I'll be making an official video. I'm looking at the comments. D-Max said Jason Lanier charges $7.99. Good God. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, D-Mac, because I came across a video on YouTube and somebody had did a review of Jason Lanier's workshop that he did, I think in Miami, and they just kind of talked about it. I won't speak on it because I want to keep Ernesto's live stream clean. But yeah, the guy basically said that for the money he spent, he wished it would have been more. And I look at these things, I'm like, okay, cool. So let me know what not to do and what to do. So, because I know we're a little bit, I don't know what the word, unorthodox, or a little kind of slightly all over the place. So I feel like when you charge people something, if you're going to charge a certain amount of money, you got to come correct with all of the pieces in play. So this will be our first year doing this. Let's say if everything turns out great, maybe next year will be a different story and it might be even higher. So if you're around, get in early.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this doing workshops for me, it's like, when I first did my personal first workshop ever, I mean, I was it's just like everything else. It's a significant learning curve because you kind of have to take what you know in your head and boil it down into like if you're talking to like a 3-year-old or something,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's kind of hard to make that translation. And the way I got around it, I got around it, but the way I learned from it is basically a lot of people was asking questions, just like how you are proposing to do this, is asking the questions. And then from there, once they ask a question, I'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense in my head. Obviously, I knew the answer to the question, but I was like, the way they're phrasing the question helped me to help me with the curriculum, if you would. So that was a very insightful thing for me to learn when I was doing workshops. But it's it's a lot of work to put in workshops. All this stuff that we're talking about, getting models, organizing this stuff from here. We're not even there yet. So there's a lot of work to put this stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that like you being on a whole different coast.
Yeah.
Waking up to a message like, oh, this guy's up early. Let me go check.
Or this guy's up late. One of the two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I posted that video last night at my little rewind video last night at 2 o'clock or 3. I think 2. about 2 o'clock in the morning, I posted the video. I like just worked on it in the last minute. Like I was like, oh, I want to make I've been thinking about making like a little YouTube montage video rewind for a while, but the process was kind of like daunting a little bit because I had so many videos. So like, I just want to do it. So I just worked on the video yesterday and I got it done in a few hours and put it up. But I was up to like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
Stuff. Between that and then trying to make the flyer for our thing and then trying to, space out the time to post the announcement for the WPPI. But I saw Randy's message. I don't know why I got retracted or whatever, but Randy said, is it something that we're sponsoring or is it a part of WPPI? Me and Ernesto are sponsoring this ourselves. We're putting together the shoot ourselves. It's not a part of the official WPPI platform or program. We're just going to be there. So we're going to be hosting a shoot in conjunction. And that's the magic of a thing like a WPPI, is because everybody's going to be like, if you're going to the conference anyway, why not hang out with some friends and go out and make some images and shoot? So it's like, it's the perfect opportunity. And it's in a way, it's like a cost saving method because as opposed to you flying out, for one day for like our little thing, it's like you can go and enjoy the conference, come hang out and shoot with us and go back to enjoying the conference. It's like you couldn't find a better option, for the price, in my opinion, for what you're gonna get. Because I give a lot, Ernesto gives a lot, so we're probably undercutting ourselves quite a bit. But this is our first time. We want to try to make it a great experience. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Damn it, I had something in my head now. I totally forget what I was going to say. But hopefully it comes back. Question to both of you. Is this photo shoot something that the both of you are... Oh, he's asking the same question.
Yeah. It got retracted, then it came back.
It just popped back into my head. So the other thing I wanted to say on top of what Ike was saying was... even if you didn't sign up to go to WPPI, like I mentioned in the video that I posted, even if you didn't sign up to go to WPPI, you could still come to this photo walk and photo shoot. So like if you live in the area close by, or even if you don't, you jump on a plane. I mean, these tickets, I was looking at the tickets to purchase to go to this event, they're dirt cheap. You could go for the one day and then fly back out.
Yeah, that too. Like you could literally make it a day trip. Like you could fly. You don't even have to book a hotel. You just fly in, hang out. Vegas is so cool too because like it's like the parking is free, and I don't know how many of you guys have been to Vegas. Like a lot of places you go and the hotels and everything charge. You can just park in a hotel parking garage for free. You just have to walk to wherever you're gonna be. We haven't quite figured out where this shoot's going to be, so it'll be either like along the Vegas Strip, probably, or a little bit off the Strip, or in the desert somewhere. That part we have to figure out where we actually want to make the shoot, because once we figure that out, then we'll figure out transportation, whether we need to like rent a van or have you guys like Uber to a certain location or something like that. I know with my wife, when she did the shootout, they had like a big cargo bus that they had everybody ride in, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But again, it was like $600 a person. So
yeah.
the money you save is the money you spend on transportation, a rental car. I'm telling you guys. And the early bird price is $175. We are selling tickets up until the last minute. So like the day of, if you have a friend that wants to come, so if you guys have people or friends that are on the fence and they're like, when's cut? There is no, like, they can show up with cash in their hand. I'm okay with that. I don't know if Ernesto is, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. Then you don't have to pay any transaction fees.
I won't have any change on me, but tips are welcome.
Tips are welcome, and then Ike is gonna twerk for those tips too.
Look, if the turnout is good, you might see some things for a little change. All right?
So D-Mac is saying a trip from Houston to I guess Las Vegas is $67. So yeah,
dude, that's dirt cheap. Like $67. Just look. Let me tell you guys, I've flown to Sacramento for an engagement session in one day. Like I woke up in the morning, got to the airport, flew into Sacramento. The flight was like maybe 2 hours. The couple picked me up from the airport. We drove to a location. I did the engagement shoot. They dropped me off at the airport, and I flew home. Like, I did it in one day. You can literally fly to Vegas if you're close enough, like especially like Houston. Go in, have fun, take a flight tonight, back, come back home, and go back to work the next day. Like, you only have to take a day off work if need be. So,
yeah, this this would be awesome. I'm in favor of the desert, but that's dependent on the bodies that we get. I might do my personal project in the desert. Who knows?
So I've seen like with WPPI with the official program, they actually shoot on the property. Like I've seen people shoot around the premises of the actual hotel and stuff like that, where they do like photo walks and things around the hotel. So I'm not sure if they're doing it with the hotel. I have to ask some friends who've done it, and I'll say, hey, when you did your photo thing, with the WPPI sign off for that so that the hotel didn't trip on you, or did you just find a place and then you guys just shot in the hotel, just didn't say anything? Because I've seen other people do photo walks and shootouts on the premises, on the grounds of the place where WPPI is, and I've seen people go off site to like the strip and things like that. So it just depends. And I'm vaguely familiar with Vegas, so and Vegas is a big space, and there's a lot of so Vegas is real like chill. They don't trip too much. So like if we're like on a strip or something like that, as long as it's not too much of a hassle, it shouldn't be a problem. But with that being said, I'd rather find a place, official spot to shoot at, so that we don't
get kicked out.
Get a chance of getting kicked out and ruining the vibe and the mood or the momentum. So
DMAC is saying Manny is signed up with WPPI.
So now if I need to figure out something to figure that out and do that, then to secure a spot I'll do that. But if I feel like I have some friends that live out in Vegas in the area, and I can just say, hey, what's some good spots to shoot at that's low cost? And they can be like, oh, you can do this here, or you can go there. Like, so it, because I know WPPI isn't just in charge of the actual hotel. Anything outside of the hotel is on you. So
yeah, I think for a conference of that size, I think WPPI would have some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of clout. To basically
because they bring in a lot of they usually have like hotel rates. So if you're signed up through the conference, you get a special rate at the hotel, because they're selling so many. They guarantee a lot of rooms sold. So like they have a little more pull, because like, hey, we're bringing in this many people to your hotel. We're gonna have these many people spending this much money. Can you let us use the ground? Like Blink, when we do Blink. We shoot around the hotel at Blink. It's the same thing with us. Like, we have permission to use the hotel to do our photo shoots at Blink. We were at the Soraro last year. We were shooting around the Soraro this year at a Motif. We were shooting around the hotel. So, same idea.
So, Randy is asking what time frames that you guys will start and perhaps end. So, basically, we're having it starting at 1:30. So, for people who are going to fly in for that day, which is what I'm suggesting, just fly in for that day, even if you're not signed in for WPPI. If you fly in, at least you have plenty of time to basically attend the event. And then we're going to be wrapping it up at around sunset, which is what I think sunset is around like 4 something, but I might be wrong about that. But 5 o'clock is when we ending it. And then but obviously, I'm sure there's going to be lingering questions after that, so it's probably not going to be 5 p.m. on the dot. But then we're going to do dinner after that, and you guys could continue your questions that you may have after.
Yeah, so like, I mean, we'll do, we'll the reason I felt like 3 hours is a good time, because there's time for people to get there, to start shooting, to have enough time. I don't want people rushing to try to get their shot in. I want people to have enough time to actually sit and learn and ask questions and get to everybody. And this is, in my head, I'm like, okay, 20 people is a good number. That's a solid number. Anything less than that, then we may not need as much time. We may just be sitting around looking at each other. The hope is like 20 or more people. That way I would, pull in, be able to afford to get a second model, and there's a good turnout and things like that. But with all that being said, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So like after that, like everything's just kind of like relaxed, hanging out, like just spending time. Like there's no, rush or anything like that. So any kind of questions or any other techniques or anything that you guys want to talk about, we may extend until later in the night. Like we might have somebody say, hey, let's meet up at, 8 o'clock and do another shootout or whatever, or just have some fun around the hotel, get some drinks. It's just a good time.
So Randy, where are you coming from? If you had tickets, you got in tickets like he's saying his tickets is $301 for round trip. Where are you coming from? I guess it depends on where you're coming from, because DMAC ticket, which is $67, that's the ticket that I got to go to Las Vegas, and I'm coming out from North Carolina. And the airport that I come out of is not the most well-traveled airport. The one that I come out of is Raleigh. And the Charlotte, if you're coming out of Charlotte, I probably have more options. But I'm curious to see where you're coming out of. That's why your ticket's so high.
DMAX says bring all of the Flashpoint. Ernesto has it all.
I'll bring my two Godox 8200. I don't have is that Flashpoint? That's Godox. Flashpoint, Godox.
It's all the same. Flashpoint, Godox are the same thing. Yeah. Which for travel wise, I think the 8200 Sport will probably be a little more travel friendly, because those things are light. Those things are very light. I was shooting a wedding and I had an 8200 from somebody let me use it, and I was like, man, this thing's clutch. Like it's so small and like easy to carry around.
Yeah, I traveled with it before. I traveled with that and my big softbox to Miami, and it was no problems at all. It was
I was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah,
this little.
And that's what I plan to bring.
DMAX said he has Canon. It doesn't matter what you have. It's just the triggers with Flashpoint.
Yeah, there's the trigger.
So I have Nikon trigger, and I have a Panasonic Olympus mirrorless trigger. My friend Stan gave me his Panasonic mirrorless, his Micro Four Thirds trigger. So
there you go. So we have possibly 3 options, and I think I have like three triggers. I have. Yeah, 3.
I have a friend that has a Sony trigger too. So my friend Stan, he got the Panasonic one on accident. Like they sent it to him on accident with the flash. So he's like, well, I got an extra trigger that he'll never use, so he gave it to me because I have the G7. And he also has a Sony trigger, and I'm pretty sure somebody else will have a Sony trigger. I have a Nikon trigger, the X Pro situation, and then Ernesto has Canon, so you should be covered. I don't know who has Fuji if you shoot Fuji.
Yeah, seems like Fuji might be the only one that might be out in the dust. But then you could just pick one up. Those things are cheap too. Those triggers are, well, I shouldn't say. I don't know what it would cost for Fuji, but so Randy, you're coming out of North Carolina. Which part of North Carolina you are? Because I'm in Raleigh.
Randy, you might have to buy some tickets in Charlotte and just drive down or something and drive to a cheaper airport.
Yeah. I mean, but anyways, well, if you wanted to come out to this experience, this is even if you have to pay that amount to travel out there, I would say it's still an amazing experience. I mean, you get to meet a lot of people that going to be in the same place. You're going to meet some awesome models, and I never been to Las Vegas, so it's going to be amazing.
You never been to Las Vegas on this though?
I have nothing to do in Las Vegas. Well, I'm gonna just spend my money. I don't like spending my money that easily on a slot machine.
I guess Vegas ain't the place for you.
No. But I do want to go to the damn desert though. I
got my Vegas stuff in early in my early young before photography. I got my party Vegas days in. So now I'm like, it's not. It's like unless I'm going for the event. And I'm like, but 10 years ago, whole nother story.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I'm missing out on a lot, but I'm good. I'm good.
You can save your money. The money that I spent going to Vegas, I could have had a A7R3, a couple flashes.
I used to go to this. I grew up in the Bronx, and they opened up this slot machine in Yonkers. To like, because in New York you can't have like these what you call it, casinos, right? But they did open up one out in Yonkers, and at a racing where they had like horse racing, and people just go there, and the only thing you could do is play with the slot machines. So I go there, put in money into the slot machines. You win a little, you feel good, and be like, okay, I could hit the jackpot, so I'm gonna keep going. And then you end up losing all that money you just won, and then you end up paying more money, and then you walk away. Like I will go up there with like $500, and then I come back with like $100. Like, really?
You know what? I have this. I'll tell this quick story about Vegas. This is right before I met Tosh. I don't know if you guys know. We met online. We met on MySpace, and I had went to Vegas with some friends. I was going to Vegas with some. I had planned a trip around. We were going to Vegas. Like that was the plan. I had met Tosh. And she was in Washington State. I'm from Virginia. She's from. We're like from two different coasts. And like while we were meeting each other, it was like, okay, how are we gonna meet? How are we gonna meet up and stuff? I'm like, well, I'm planning the trip to Vegas. We can meet in the middle. So I'm like, okay, cool, that works. Long story short, I ended up flying from Vegas to Washington to meet her. So I just came here to meet her for the first time. But during the trip, like I had brought money. I had brought like a set amount of money, and like I was having fun. I spent a lot of money. I was down to my last $50 that I essentially could spare. And my friends were like, "Yo, let's go to the strip club." And I'm like, it was like $20 or $30 getting the strip club just to get in. And so I'm like, crap. This $50 is for sure gone. If I go to the strip club, it's gone. I'm gonna go to the club and not spend them. Like it's gone. I'm throwing the dollars immediately within the first 20. This is guaranteed out of here. So I knew that. So I was like, you know what? I could go to the strip club and spend this $50 and be for sure gone, or I could save it and try to flip it tomorrow at the slots machines, and maybe come in with 50 and leave out with like 200. Big dreams. Long story short, I should have just went to the strip club because I would have had way more fun losing my money than would have had losing it in the slot machines because I was mad. I was big mad. I was like, really? I should have just went to the strip club because either way I left with zero money and no happiness. He said some of the clubs cost $50 to get in. That's on the low end. Ernesto, yeah, DMAC, yeah, it can be. I got some I won't go into it because I don't want to extend the lot, but I have adventures and stories. Me and my friends, we would get a table service, and it's like $1,300 a table for the bottle. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like the big money spender. I spent. This is when I was working at Comcast. I'm getting commission checks because I'm saving. I was like, I used to get people to keep their service and get points, and I get like $2,000-$3,000 commission checks and all that stuff. So,
man.
Anyways, DMAC said, other than your walk, what can we expect from the conference? DMAC, if you've never been to WPPI, it's kind of like Photo Plus and Imaging USA, I think is the expo, whatever. There's a big trade show conference, which to me is one of my favorite things about WPPI is the trade show. And then you have WPPI, the conference, which has the classes. Now they have platform classes, which are like free. So if you sign up and you do the full WPPI registration, I forget how much it costs, but it's like $250 or somewhere in that range, two maybe $3. And you get to go to the platform classes. And the platform classes, they have all these big name speakers talk. So like Jerry Gionis, Cliff Martner, Susan Stripling, Jasmine Starr, Jeremy Coward, you name it. Like they have all these people what's the guy? Crap. Jeez, Shutterfest. What's his name?
Oh, Sal Sincata.
Yeah, South Sincata. My wife went to go see South Sincata when we went back in 2011. Like she danced with him. I went to go see Jerry Gionis for the first time back in 2011. I ran into Jasmine Star, and these people, this conference, like so, these people that you watch on either videos or reading the magazines, they're there. They're walking around. Sue Bryce, we ran into Sue Bryce plenty of times. My wife has done a photo shoot with Sue Bryce. Like Sue Bryce has met my daughter. I made like a whole recap video. You can see my recap video, all the people I ran into and talked to. So yeah, you have the platform classes, which people can do their like speeches and you can listen to for free. I remember I listened to Cliff Martin give a platform class, and there's really good information and really good notes that you can take in the free stuff. Then WPPI has the parties. So if you have the full conference, you can attend the WPPI parties, which are also can be kind of fun, which I be forgetting about because I be so focused on the trade show. But the parties can be cool too. And then they have the extended classes, and those you pay extra for. And so they have like certain speakers. So say you go to Cliff Martin's free class, you can do his free class where he just kind of touches on like surface stuff about like how he books clients, how he shoots. And then you can pay for his extended class where he really does hands-on one-on-one training, and he goes more into depth about like his process and stuff like that. So those are the two facets of learning: the free platform or like the extended plus classes. I think they call them the plus class. I always did the free stuff. I just went for the platform class, took my notes, learned some stuff, and then went on to the trade show. Besides those two things, then you have the trade show, which has all of the, Canon, and I did a recap video on that. So Nikon's there, Canon's there, Sony's there, all of them have their big booths, and they have people speak at their booths. So you may have what's the girl's name? Lindsay Adler. She may do like a platform class, like on, shooting in natural light or whatever, or how she books her clients. And then she'll be speaking at Sigma's booth or Canon's booth or whoever she shoots with. She'll shoot at their booth and talk more about like how she uses their lenses and stuff like that. So you get like almost two different types of training. Hold on a second. Let me take a phone call.
Okay.
Hello?
So, Randy, if you're flying out of RDU, which is the same airport that I'm flying out of, I think it's probably timing because it's getting so close to the event. Maybe the prices of the tickets are probably going up, and plus RDU doesn't have much choices. It's probably like just one. If you were going out of Charlotte, probably have a little bit more options. But I would say, look, if you are committed and you want to go to the event, I would say, try to lock in your ticket now before it keep going up, because as you know, when you get closer and closer to any type of travel date, the cost of tickets always rise. And plus you're checking around the holidays too, so maybe that's also has an impact. One of the things I try to do, because I travel too much, so I basically check for my tickets around Tuesday.
Pause for a second.
Yeah.
Ernesto, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You finish. I'll be right back.
So I check for my ticket around like Tuesday when I'm looking for tickets. And typically, not all the time, but sometimes I usually get a good price on the ticket. So I would say check maybe not this Tuesday, but maybe next Tuesday. But just check to see if, what options you get. But I would say that as you get closer and closer to the event, the cost of the ticket will rise and rise. But if you do want to come to the event, I would say you probably need to put a stake in the ground at some point and pull the trigger before it gets a little bit more expensive. So that's what I would suggest that you do there. But I do guarantee that if you do come out, you'll have an amazing time. You'll learn a lot because we combine in both of our, skill set to, give you guys some good education. So from posing to lighting, to basically, try and understand your gear if, you just got your gear. And, showing you guys how to compose your shots properly. I think the two biggest thing that you, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's good times to check ticket. And plus you would be flying in technically on a Tuesday. So tickets should be relatively dirt cheap for that time. I mean, when I purchased my ticket, it was $67. The only thing that they charged me extra for was my carry-on bags. Well, carry-on bag, not bags. I only had one carry-on bag. And I think that's because I only had like the one option to fly out of RDU. So I think if you're including those additional items that they charge you for, then obviously the ticket will go up a little bit. But the base price of the ticket should be relatively cheap. And if you don't have any carry-on bags, then you probably don't have anything to worry about. If you have just your book bag, that should be one of just your personal item, So yeah, I mean, that's all I would have to say about that, Randy.
Yeah, I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, the classes, the extended classes, the trade show is cool. And so for me, because I've been going so many years and I've learned so much stuff, the classes aren't as much of a value for me as they used to be when I was starting out. I used to love going to the classes and just sitting and listening to all of my quote unquote heroes talk. But now I'm kind of like, I've kind of grown past that. So for me, the fun part is the trade show, because I still get to see people talk during the trade shows, but I also get to see all of the gadgets and the new gear. So that's kind of fun to kind of touch and feel stuff. It's like a, candy toy store. They run specials. So like all of the stuff, like, so for example, if you've been wondering about mag mods and like what it looks like, what it feels like, they have a booth there. Okay, there's so many different things and new stuff that you may have not even heard of, like the album programs, like not sticky albums, smart albums, Fundy booths. They have a album. They have all of their stuff there, so you can like see how it works and touch it and feel it in real life and put together a sample album. The printing companies have all of their papers there, so you can see what the papers stuff feel like and what the albums feel like. That was always a big deal for me, because I would look in the magazines and not know like what does this stuff feel like or what does it look like. You see a picture, but picture only tell you so much of a product. So yeah, there's all of that, and the community aspect. There's a lot. Ernesto's not a fan of the crowds, but there are a lot of people who you can meet and run into from your home, from where you live, that you never even met, that you meet in Vegas for the first time. I'm like, you live where? Oh, I live there too. What are you doing out here? Like, you just run into so many people, and from other parts of the country or the world, that you would have never even known, that you see there every year. Like, sometimes I go and I see like people there every year. I'm like, hey, it's almost like a mini family reunion with friends. So yeah, it's a good time, And the thing about photography is, like, in this particular setting, unless you have a strong community at home where you meet together with a bunch of people. If you're like Ernesto and I, you just sit in front of the computer all day, and with your family. You don't have too many friends outside. Like, it's cool to go to a place where there's so many people who are into what you're into, and you can just get together and talk shop and talk business and collaborate and elaborate on ideas and just, like a meeting of the minds. It's just really fun and really inspiring to see all of the different types of art that people create out there and bring to that one place. So that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah. Ike sold me on the vendor aspect of it, interacting with the vendors. So Black River Imaging, like, if you go to their website, Tosh and I are like featured artists on their website. That whole thing happened because of WPPI. Like, we would go, we'd see them at their booth, we'd talk to them. They're like a really cool, it was a family owned company. They're owned by White House now.
but it was like it was a family-owned company, and they were really down-to-earth people, and they loved my wife and I, what we were doing. They loved our wisdom, and I was like, hey, we want to make you guys, featured artists. Would our company sponsor you, like, give you, coupons for products and stuff like that? And so that helped, put us on their radar and add us to their roster, which helped other people recognize us, because they were like they're one of the bigger print houses, or were. I'm not sure if they still are, but at the time they were. This is before Pro DPI got brought out by White House. So things like that can happen just by being in front of the vendors. Like Ernesto, if you want, like, if you want to do like giveaways for your channel, you might be able to finesse like some deals with companies. I've never been really good at that, because I've just been, for the longest time, I've just been going as like an attendee and / speaker, but never really like wanting to like get favors. I just wanted to see people and meet people. But now I'm like, okay, maybe I can go to WPPI with an agenda to be like, hey, I run a channel. This is what I got going on. I would love to sponsor your product. I was talking about Manny to Ernesto. Manny Ortiz, when he did that video on those LED lights, which I haven't seen him use ever since then. Side note. But I don't know if you guys remember, he did like a video, he was using like these big LED lights. Them things are like $3,000. But I remember seeing him talk to the vendor at WPPI, and I was looking around, and I was like, oh, these are pretty cool lights. And he was there with Diana, and was like, yeah, I can do a video with this and put it on my channel. And I like overheard it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then like a month later, I saw the video, and I'm like, okay, so that's how things can work. So it's so many opportunities if you come with the right mindset and with an open mind. A lot can happen. A lot of things have happened off of the strength of just being in the right place at the right time, so.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I never been to WPPI, but when I went to Shutterfest, it was, I didn't entertain the vendor aspect of it at all, but as far as the meeting other folks there, like other photographers, it was an amazing just to sit down and talk with people from a different around the country, around the world, just sit down and just chat with those people to get their perspective. It was interesting. I mean, you don't get that when you're in your little community. Like, I'm behind my little desk here. My neighbors are not photographers, so I don't go out and talk to them about photography.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's great to be in that type of environment where everybody is pretty much either a photographer, a videographer, something, and you all can relate on the same topic, So
and also just to see people, just to meet you in person, meet a lot of people that you follow or talk to online in real life. Like, you have all of these opportunities, meet vendors, see people in real life, hang out, have a good time, talk, whatever you want to talk about or do. It's just, it's an opportunity to do that there.
We met virtually.
D-Mac, do you take? Go ahead.
I was gonna answer D-Mac's question. We met virtually, D-Mac. We haven't met in person yet.
We haven't met in real life. Do you take shots at the conference? Do I take pictures? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that question. Like, do I take pictures of the conference, or do I take like classes or is that what you're asking me, or what?
I think he's asking if you're taking any type of pictures in the conference at all. But outside of the conference, obviously, that's a yes. But
I've taken pictures. Like, I've taken pictures in the classes of what the people were talking about. I did a whole video about it. So, like, I've done all of that.
Yes, I don't think you should have a concern. If you have a concern about taking pictures in the conference, I think that would be the last place you should have that concern.
Yeah, a photography conference. Yeah, there's no way you cannot take photos. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
and even on the Strip, there's cameras everywhere, I'm guessing as well. So
yeah.
I would.
It's funny because you're there and there's so much stuff to see and do. You might think, oh, these people are here for the oh no, you guys are just regular people on the Strip. Alrighty then.
Yeah, you could definitely bring your camera into the conference, D-Mac. I don't think they will ever stop you. This is not like a, it's not like a, you know, going into a restaurant or a club or something where people will say, wait a minute, or going into a movie theater where people will say, wait a minute, you have that camera there, you can't bring it in. I don't think you'll find that situation at WPPI. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, no, D-Mac,
I
you're
gotta answer
good.
this door.
I have my book bag on me. Like, well, I always would have a bag with a camera in my bag. For me, for video purposes, because I was on video. So if I'm doing video, pictures, it's all the same thing. So you should have no issue having your camera with you. Like I said, I have a couple of different recap videos. If you go to my channel and look up WPPI 2017 or 2016, I think it's 2017 recap, you'll see I did a whole video on it. And then I have it linked at the end of that video. I linked a video to another video I did on my Ike and Tosh channel that I did like years ago. So I have plenty of footage of what you can expect to see or what it's like there.
All right, sorry. You guys should.
You know what, D-Mac? That's a good point. What I'll do is I'll figure that out.
What is he saying? You guys should have IDs to recognize your photo walk community. IDs, I mean like labels.
Yeah, he's saying so. Basically, like people who are with us, that we know who paid and who are part of the event. Like, so what happens is, like, when people pay, I guess they can put their information and then you can send it to me, Ernesto, and I can make the like name tags.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I'm bad with names. I don't know if I ever told you.
So like
guys
you can
that.
have your name tag.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they just put this around your neck. Say, hey, I'm here. You know. So these are pretty easy and pretty cheap to make. So I can. Like a few days before, anybody who gets in at the last minute will just have to put like, and then we could bring like little badges too, you know, and put like little wristbands on.
Yeah, that will help, especially. Yeah, that would help a lot.
So that way we're like, oh, did you pay? Oh, you don't have a wristband. Why are you here? So you gotta go.
Wristbands. So
yeah, I'm not shy about.
My man Flint.
Sorry, you got my man. You gotta go to the back. You want to stand in the back on across the street with a 7200 or a 400 2.8? Be my guest. You can be up here with us. You got to be way back there with a zoom lens.
Hang on, we'll put the link to the event if you guys want to. If you guys want to register, that's the link to the event. So feel free to register for the event. And,
yes, please do.
And like I could indicated before, there is an early bird special that's going on now, which is 175, and then on the day of it goes up. So register before the day of. You have plenty of time, so register now.
Yeah, depending on how many people register, depending on what the price will go up to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
If it's a lot of people, we'll have to raise the price. But keep in mind, we're not trying to like get over on anybody. Like for me, what I want to spend the money on is making sure I secure a legit model. And if I have to fly somebody out from somewhere, like the more money I have to make this event better, the better time you guys are gonna have.
Yeah.
If I can afford to fly out my stylist, like the girl who was in my live video, from the last one. Yeah, Tani, she likes to style. She styles a lot of shoots. So like if I can get her to come out and help style a shoot, it just makes the overall photo and experience way better. So that's kind of things that I have on my mind. It's like, oh, if I can afford to get Tani to fly out for a day, I can fly her out. She can bring out some clothes. Maybe I can have her come out with the girl. Tani may want a model, and then as well as the girl who I fly. So it's just all that goes into play.
Yeah, and one thing I want to stress is that this is not like a sponsored event where basically everything is already paid for up front. You know, we basically put in the expense for this to make it happen. And a lot of the money that we get in from this event is going towards exactly what I just indicated. You know, the model, the stylist, if the stylist is going to come out, that's where the money is going after. I mean, this is just mostly just so that we can organize this event. That's where the expense is. So yeah, so the more you guys register beforehand, that would give us a great opportunity to make sure that we organize all this stuff.
Yeah.
Great. You know.
And make sure you tell your friends, like share the event. I'm gonna try to run an ad. I might make my Facebook, my Instagram profile, business profile for like a month just to run an ad, so I can try to get more information out there for people to sign up and because I'd rather have the turnout be way more than we expected, and be in that situation to be less than and be like, oh crap, we got to pull out the credit card to pay for some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to make it fun, and we want to make it educational. We want to make it
that too,
yeah.
So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because then it's like, oh, we could probably run out a huge room. I could bring a little. No, I won't do all that. Bring a projector and all this stuff, and like, you just never know what the kind of what the more you have to play with, the more resources you have, the more opportunities and things you kind of create for people. So I'm all about that. What was I gonna say? So yeah, and I might try to pull some strings and get some last minute sponsorships for the event. It's in the forms of like giveaways. So like I have a connection with Black Rapid, so I might bring a Black Rapid strap to give away. I might be able to reach out to a few vendors, say, hey, me and a friend of mine are doing a shootout. We got this many people coming. Can you like donate some stuff for giveaways? So like keep that in mind. I'd be forgetting that I have like connections with people.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is a bootstrap event, but all those bootstrap, it's gonna have tons of information that you can actually take away and apply after the fact. So register. I feel like a broken record. I'm not gonna say it again. But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. I mean, we chat with you guys a lot on, the live chats. We chat with you guys in the comments. You guys share the videos and stuff like that. So it would be awesome to meet you guys in person and also give you guys back something live in person, education. Vegas photo walk should be in Houston. I will host you both. Yep, your post Vegas photo walk should be in Vegas as well. It should be in Houston as well. DMAC has been trying to get us to come down to Houston for the longest.
He going hard for Houston. I've been, like I said, I've been to Houston 4 years ago, and I had a good time. So I'm willing to come back to Houston.
When is the best time, DMAC, to go to Houston? Because I know Houston is isn't it hot? It's freaking. Yeah, I think it's like hot. When is the best time to go out there? ESP, if you get any interviews, stay focused, literally focused. I will stay zoned in. Although this is not an interview, we're just having a conversation. But yes, I will stay focused. Thank you, my man Flint.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on the promotional part. I'll probably put the video up tomorrow. Ernesto.
Okay.
Your video. You guys, I'm basically gonna the same video that Ernesto made. I'm just gonna put it up, and I'm just gonna put my face in front of it, in front of his face.
Superimpose.
Yeah, basically, my face is gonna be like this, moving around.
It'd be like one of those translated Chinese movies where the
yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna dub over Ernesto's name and say Photo Me Ike. Hey guys, this is Photo Me Ike, and we're gonna do it.
So September, October, November, May, June is okay. Well, I take May, June off the table. So September, October, November. Okay, DMAC. I would say there's DMAC. If you're serious about the hosting and whatnot, if you could get I mean, obviously we'll promote it along with you, but if you could get people to sign up to a workshop and, you know, it will help pay for the expenses to come there, definitely. I would definitely jump on a plane and go to Houston. Not a problem. So if you could commit to that with us, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. It's like if we can get like a list of how many people would be interested in something like that at a cost, then yeah, we can definitely make something like that happen. Like I said, me and my wife did it like for a year. We would do it like a few times. We did one in Houston. Where else did we travel to? Oh, Virginia, my hometown, Virginia. We did one there. I can't think of any other places that we've been to for that particular reason, for like that type of event. But yeah, I've done it before, so yeah, it's quite possible to do something in Houston, unless you're just talking about Ernesto by himself. I'm sorry, I'm joining in. Like I don't even know if
He's referring to both of us. He's saying,
okay, yeah.
I did one in New York, and it was a pain to organize because it was all by myself. But it was good, but it was cold. I did it at the wrong time. That's all. Yeah, I did it around like December period. It was pretty cold.
Yeah, New York in December. Whoo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, I will call James Parrish, and we will see what we can do. Yeah, hook up with James, and if you guys could get it something organized, you know, what do you say? 20 people, like 20 or so people, and then we'll come out.
Yeah, because if it's two of us, we can. It's like 10. If you kind of divide, to me, it's like a certain amount of people to where like it's manageable. If it gets too many, then it gets a little overwhelming. And there's different levels. So some people are a little bit more advanced than other people. So some people kind of know and they just want to be able to shoot and ask a few questions here and there. Some people actually need a little more help with their camera. Like if you guys saw my live when I was at the Blink. And I had people not even knowing how to change the aperture. I'm like, oh, you don't know how to change the aperture? Let me help you with that. Like, so.
So my man Flint is saying, ESP, remember you had that hiccup with the host you interviewed. You needed a do-over workshop where the dude included himself in his own contest. Oh, that do-over was, and he's talking about Sal Sincata. So that do-over was the fact that my camera wasn't focusing on us. So I just didn't want to put out a video where it wasn't focused. But I think the lesson that I walked away from with that was simply, even though I had like, this personality, like this guy that's, up there in the industry.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell the story.
Even though he was up there in the industry, I was very nervous about, doing that interview with him. I was right there with him, right next to him. I still walked away and I looked at the footage and I was like, damn, the footage is not in focus. And I was still nervous to go back to him and ask him, let's do that over. And I just did it because I know I wasn't going to go back to St. Louis anytime soon. Is it St. Louis? Yeah, St. Louis, I think it was. I know I wasn't going back to St. Louis anytime soon. So I basically said, let's do that over. But I mean, stuff happens. Like that kind of stuff happens, unfortunately. But I guess I worked up the courage that day to go back and, ask him the question. So to do it over. But I totally get what you're saying, my man Flint. How far is the airport from the event? Good question, Randy. I don't know. DMAC is saying, oh, it's not far, Randy. I can tell you what I'm planning on doing. Obviously, I'm going in on Saturday, right? I'm going to be there Saturday. And I'm actually leaving on Tuesday. which will be the day of the event, but I'm leaving like around 11:30 in the night. So I'm leaving that evening. The reason I'm planning to do that is because all the flights, at least coming into the airport that I need to come back to, all the flights are leaving like at 11:30 in the night. So I'll be back on, if I leave on Wednesday, I'll be back Thursday morning, and I don't want to do that. I have stuff to do. So I'd rather come back on Wednesday morning as opposed to Thursday morning. So I'll be leaving. So, which will be plenty of time to do the photo walk, the photo shoot, have the dinner and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'll be leaving them around. So I'll come in Saturday, take a Uber or something from the airport to the hotel. I think I might do a photo shoot. I'm gonna try to find a model out there to do a photo shoot on Saturday. Try not to waste any time. Try to do a photo shoot on Saturday, and then Monday I probably walk the trading floor and see what the vendors have to say. I might do that also on Saturday, like maybe after or before the photo shoot, walk the trading floor, and then so walk the trading floor on Saturday, and then Monday do the same thing. Saturday do the trading floor photo shoot. Monday, I'm sorry, I'm not coming in Saturday. I'm coming in Sunday. When I'm talking about Saturday, Sunday is when I'm coming in. So Sunday is when I'm going to do the photo shoot / conference, depending on if I have time. And then on Monday, I'll basically be doing the conference all day. Well, not all day, but as long as I can stand it. And then after that, Tuesday, you basically do the photo walk and the photo shoot, and we'll do it that way.
All right, I'm back and I'm breathing hard, and yeah. Last thing I'm gonna say before I get out of here, I'm gonna get in shape. Project six pack.
Project six pack. Well, good on you, man. You'll probably give me the courage to go back and get back into the gym. I was doing it for a little bit, and then I actually fell off.
Yeah, that's my goal, is to get back in shape for the year. But hopefully I'll lose like 10 to 20 pounds before the BPPI, so I'm not as stuffed. Clothes, not for the extra large.
My man Flint. Okay, gotcha. Sal disappeared on us also. Okay, I don't know when you said disappeared on us. What do you mean? He's still active on the social media front, and he's still having the Shutterfest next year. So when you say disappear, I'm not sure what you mean. D Max saying the airport is almost next to the strip. Okay, so he's talking to Randy. Yeah, Randy.
Yeah, the Vegas. Yeah, the airport. The airport is really close to. It's really close. Like it's 10 minutes. Like it's right there. So.
And my man Flint, show Ike how to post couples. Ike does good on his own. Did you watch his last live stream? He put what was her name? What's that model's name? The girl with the slick back hair.
Shelby.
He did his thing on that video.
Hey, I do all right. I got he didn't follow me on what's the name? This is my last. You probably won't see it. The wedding I shot.
I meant to ask you if that was the same location where Lindsay Adler did her photo shoot.
No. This is a hotel, not a hotel. It's like a mansion here. This is all my different, Oops. Oh yeah, this is the schedule for today. Last wedding I shot of the year, and I'm trying to work on a vlog for this wedding, but it's like a mansion type. I think I had the flash down below on the ground. I took a picture of it.
Yeah, that looked like the same exact setup from. I don't know if you remember that picture that Lindsay Adler took with the reflections in the mirror. It looks like the same exact setup.
Yeah, it's called the Hall of Mirrors. Dude, I was stuck
You're
in
stuck.
that spot. I was like, what the heck am I gonna do here? And then I was like, oh, what if I flash behind them? And it all worked out like last minute. But the stress, dude, it was quite
Stressful.
yeah, because like we're like it's like 10 minutes. It's not like I had like if I had like 20 minutes, I could have took my time. They were like, hey, we got to be downstairs, but we got a picture in this hallway. I got to figure out how to make a picture really fast. So I'm sweating. I'm running in back and forth to get the light right. You know, so all of the years of learning and training and problem solving has to come to fruition in that moment. And those are the kind of moments that make wedding photography fun and kind of rewarding when you can make images like that, like, you know, real quick. And especially indoors, like, because, like, you know, my comfort zone is always going to be natural light. So when I have to make a cool picture inside a dark space, you know, you're like, oh, great. What do I do now? So I would say, though, that having my little Godox system or Flashpoint system helped because, like, I used to not have triggers before. So, like, I would say, like, years ago, I would have had to just pop a flash on and make some stupid basic picture. But with the trigger and being able to do off camera, it was just way easier. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think one day I'm going to talk about that. I mean, the pressures of a photo shoot. Not a photo shoot, I'm sorry, a wedding day. The pressures of having
Dude, I haven't even taken the photos off my camera. Like the pictures are still like on my camera. You can't see it because the camera won't focus. This is like when I was like trying to get them to leave, and the guy made these crazy faces.
I particularly, I mean, I don't shoot that much weddings to begin with, but I struggle at the beginning. I used to struggle with just trying to get people to pose. Pose. Oh, I see the image flying through now.
You guys are seeing my work straight out of camera. No magic.
You're telling me there's no magic in that camera? It's all about the
wait,
camera.
Hold on, wait. This is my where is it at? When I was trying to get my what did it call it? Drag the shutter. This is trying all that funky stuff.
That was the Mormon wedding, right?
Yeah, they're actually really cool people. I ain't gonna lie, like they're actually like really cool. I was like, they were fun. And this place is like it's like a castle / mansion. So like it has like this whole like theme about it. So it's real old school looking and feeling. So
yeah, I think I do want to talk about that at some point. Because I feel like when I first started doing weddings, the one handicap that I had was I didn't know. I mean, other people might know this, have this knowledge, but I just didn't know the sequence of events that happen on a wedding day. Although I am married, but we never really had an official, you know, like full-blown wedding. We went to.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Same thing, same way. Yeah.
So I had to learn that. You know, I had to figure out the process, like what do they do there, you know? And then once I figured that out, is like, how do you shoot it? Like from a photographer perspective, how you shoot it. So I'll talk about that someday. Maybe somebody will get some, you know, nuggets out of it. My man Flint is, Willie is joining us. Willie, this is Photo Me Ike. That's who it is. Photo Me Ike. You don't know Photo Me Ike? Pretty much I think like everybody that's, not everybody, but I guess a lot of people that subscribe that's active on my channel and that's active on his channel kind of know who we are. So I guess you're one of the ones that probably don't know Ike that much. But yeah, this is Ike, Photo Me Ike. Go check out his channel. He has some very fun videos and educational videos there too. So check him out. My man
I'm Fist says, why do photographers include ceiling in images so much? Because we shoot indoors. There's no ceilings outside.
Why do photographers include the ceilings in images so much? Well, I would say this: if you're shooting wide angle, obviously you probably don't have no choice but to include it. Or, but if you're shooting tight, most of the time I shoot tight unless I'm like shooting like the ceremony or the reception. Then I would probably use like a wide angle lens, but for the most part I shoot tight. So I guess depends on your composition that you want to, and I guess it depends on your style as well, right? So if your style is basically to utilize a lot of wide angle lens, then you'll be having, you know, those small people, big structure, you know, that's what you're trying to go for. But if your style is more, you know, intimate, where, you know, you're cropping in on the person's face or the couple's face, or their, you know, from the torso up, if that's what your style is, then, you know, it will be less.
Yeah, no, my style is I shoot wide. I like to see the entire scene, the entire story. So if I'm indoors, you're gonna see a ceiling. If I'm out, it's the sky.
So I think it's the angle two, is the angle two, right?
Yeah, well, it's the angle, and also not to get too far off into like photography and the subject. For me, it also depends on your focus point, because like I'm not the best in camera cropper. I try to get as good as I can in camera, but when I'm shooting a wedding or an event, I'm more concerned about getting the shot and fixing it later, crop wise, not exposure. I always make sure my exposures are good. But as far as cropping, if I have to decide between getting the shot or making sure the ceiling or everything's in the shot, I'll get the shot and crop it later if I need to, because that's just how I work. And that's another thing like that I noticed with DSLRs and mirrorless. With the D750, the focus points are kind of in the middle, so I don't have as much room to put the couple anywhere. I have to kind of be conscious of where my focus point is, so I can get my actual shot in focus, and then worry about composition later. And maybe I can focus and recompose, but things are moving. So yeah, that's that whole story there. And then also, because what I noticed with the Sony is, because the focus points kind of can follow, I can crop more in camera. I can better crop in camera with the mirrorless than I can with DSLR. With DSLR, I have to like kind of recompose or crop fix it later. With Sony's, I can just kind of worry more about my composition and just trust that the focus is going to be where the focus is going to be. So if there was one thing I would say that was cool about the mirrorless situation, especially with the way the Sony's work, is that the in-camera cropping is a lot easier with mirrorless than it is with DSLR, with perspective to where the focus points lie. And I do shoot wide. D-Max said, what lens should we bring?
Well, I can tell you what I'm bringing. You could bring, I guess you could bring whatever you're bringing. But here's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing two cameras. Obviously, I'm bringing two cameras, and the reason for the two cameras, my camera that I'm going to photograph with, and then my camera that I'm going to basically be capturing video with. So that's the reason for the two cameras. But as far as lenses are concerned, I'm bringing my 70-200, my trusty 70-200, my 24-70 lens, and my 80 1.2 lens. So those are the three lenses I'm bringing, and my two camera. And obviously I'm bringing the two 80-200 lights and my softbox. So as far as the photography gear, those are all the photography gear that I'm bringing, if that helps you. Obviously you could bring whatever you need to bring from your perspective, but obviously the main things you need to bring is a camera. I don't care if it's Canon, Sony, whatever, you just need to bring a camera. I would suggest you also bring a portrait lens, maybe, you know, 70-200 or 80, or bring maybe, you know, or 50, whatever you shoot with. Or whatever you're comfortable with, bring something, and then bring maybe a wide lens, maybe, so, you know, if we do end up in that desert, you may want to get some, you know, some of that environment. So I would say consider those things when you're making, I guess, your lens choices, not necessarily camera choices, but your lens choices. But go
I
ahead.
have three lenses that I typically take and shoot with all the time. It's the 35, the 85, and the 50. Those are my three go-to lenses for my portraits. If I could afford it, I would have the 105 f1.4 and switch out the 85 for that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get used to the 85 a little bit more. I dropped that damn lens, and ever since I dropped it, it kind of makes some noise when it's trying to focus. Still focus, but you know, I would send it in to get it fixed, but it still works. So as long as it still works, I'm happy.
Yeah.
All right. So DMAC, I guess we will see you at Los Angeles. I wish. Las Vegas. We'll see you in Las Vegas in February for the photo walk. If you guys are joining us late, we were talking about the photo walk. That's what we're talking about. At the tail end of this live broadcast is what we're talking about. At the beginning, I was talking about something completely different, which is, you know, thanking the supporters and all that good stuff. So if you want to watch that, watch at the beginning. So basically February 27th, right? Let me make sure I get that date right. February 27th, guys. So February 27th is the photo walk and the photo shoot. And we have an early bird special now. So if you guys haven't signed up for it, do so now so you can take advantage of the early bird. And then as far as the logistics and stuff like that, we know that we have it in Las Vegas. We're trying to figure out if we're going to have 1, 2 models or stylists, depending on how many people signed up. So we're trying to figure that stuff out. So the sooner you guys could sign up, it will help us out to let us know how much we could push this as far as you know, options within the photo walk photo shoot. So, you know, sign up sooner rather than later, and that will tell us what we need to know as far as how we need to organize this thing. So Ike, do you have anything else to say before I let the good people go?
Nope, not at all. I'll be posting the video as a reminder. I'll be posting it on my social medias and all that stuff. And maybe like we'll go live again like in a few weeks. Yeah. Maybe in the beginning of February, like on my channel, and kind of do like another talk about it. Yeah. Or something like that.
Yep. That sounds like a plan. All right, fellas, or ladies, if you're watching. Again, I just want to thank everyone for, and actually I woke up this morning and, no, I'll save that for later. So I want to just thank you guys for supporting the channel, providing feedback, sharing the videos, liking the videos, joining all the live broadcasts. Like I said, now we're going to have like 2 broadcasts in the week going forward in January, and I'm looking forward to those awesome live broadcasts that we have coming up, and also for all the photo shoots, the behind the scenes photo shoots that we're going to have coming. So 2018 is looking forward to be a very, very busy year with respect to videos and stuff. So I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that you guys are excited about it. I'm also excited about all the collaboration, not only from the live show, but finally getting able to meet Ike in person in February. So that'll be awesome. And that is it, guys. I don't see any questions coming in, so I think that will be it. Let me sign off. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on January 2nd. So come back on January 2nd, where I will be interviewing Ken Branson on the topic was I guess I forget the exact title of the video, but it's going to be about event marketing, or not event marketing, how to be an event photographer. Basically, how do you make money being an event photographer? So tune in for that, January 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right, Ernesto.
All right, man. So,